Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Fifi and Gigi's Tarot Readings. Gemini, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get straight into it. Our theme for this week is love karmic situation. So, Gemini, if you do find yourself in a karmic love connection, which can sometimes be quite volatile, or sometimes not so volatile, if that's not the case, sometimes you can't shake this connection. There's something and you don't know what it is, no matter how hard you try this message might be meant just for you. So let's get started, Gemini. Before I get into my new tarot deck, as you can see here, I just want to take out an oracle card. This is just a message just for you, Gemini. Of course, remember, please take what resonates with you. Oh, okay, what do we have here? The dragonfly, light-hearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. So things are coming to light now. And the good thing about Geminis, and I do feel the Gemini is probably one of the top, then Cancer, I'm going to also say, and Aquarius. Geminis adapt. Geminis are able to multitask. Geminis are able to face anything, they deal with it. Could be, and this is why we see, adapt here. So we're going to be finding our change. Things are finally coming to light, which is excellent. So now let's move on to the beautiful Beetlejuice tarot deck. We are in the month of Halloween. Excellent. So let's get started. Now, as I just quickly shuffle these cards, Gemini, I do have some excellent news. I am open now for personal tarot readings. So, Gemini, if you wish to have a personal tarot reading and you want to get some answers regarding any concerns or questions you may have regarding love, career, or money, you can now get a personal tarot reading from me. All the information is down below in the description box. So remember, please have a look at the description. All the information will be there. If you wish to have a personal tarot reading from me, you can now do so. Spots are limited because they tend to fill up very, very soon. So I do highly suggest, it's more like first come, first serve. If you do wish to, I would definitely say, do not delay, quickly send that message through so we can do your personal tarot reading. Okay. Back to this karmic situation, please. What's been hidden? What needs to be released? What's next? If no action is taken, please, what's your person's current energy also, please? Mm. Behind the deck, behind the deck energy, Gemini, we have the Five of Cups. Now, what do we know about the Five of Cups? That's kind of like the card of regret. We're feeling guilty. We're feeling sorry for ourselves. We also have the High Priestess. Very interesting that we have the High Priestess at the bottom because remember the Dragonfly card? Things are finally coming to light. So it's kind of like even pushing you. What's your intuition telling you at the moment? Wherever your intuition is telling you, take action. I feel that once things are revealed to you, Gemini, because I feel like there's certain things that you don't know. They're coming, they're on their way, and whatever they are, you're going to take action. You'll be like, I know exactly what I have to do. Now, for those who are big fans of Beetlejuice, the imagery, you'll definitely understand it. If you're not, if you haven't seen the movie, it's totally fine. It's the same themes, the same rules of tarot. But Gemini, that's the big energy behind the deck. As information is more revealed, you will know what action to take, all right, regarding your situation. Mhm. Okay. Gemini, let's focus on your energy first, please. Your current energy. Interesting. You have the Seven of Swords. Now, what's the Seven of Swords when it lands on your suit, on your energy? It also means that you're being quite strategic while handling this situation. Even though sometimes the situation can be a little bit up and down and quite volatile, at the same time, Gemini, you're kind of like observing. The energy here, you're observing the situation and your person, and you're also trying to be strategic. And you may also not reveal everything to your person. I guess not to rock the boat. There can be even a moment where you don't want to tell everything to your person, because whenever we hold back, if our person is not treating us very well, well, what do? We feel like, you know what? I can't trust you. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to not tell you everything. I want to see how things play out. It's almost like there is an energy here. You want to see how things are going to unfold also, just like the high priestess. You're using your intuition very, very well, Gemini. And you just want to see how much things are going to progress. How are things are going to unfold? So again, you're being quite strategic. I don't feel you're telling everybody what's going on also behind closed door. Either, it's sometimes when we're not happy with the situation, we may not be as open to seek for help. So I don't feel you're telling everybody what's exactly happening behind closed doors. That's fine, Gemini. Let's look at your person's energy. What do they have? Ace of Cups. All right. All right. So we've got a beautiful energy here of love. This energy here, it's more like, hey, Gemini, let's forget about the past and let's move forward. It's like they love you, especially with the Ace of Cups, but there is that energy. Forget about the past. Let's move forward. And I can see why you, Gemini, you want to proceed with caution, because it's all like you're being strategic. You want to see, okay, how is this going to unfold? Is it really going to work, or are the karmic patterns and behaviors going to resurface again? But I do love your person's energy here with the Ace of Cups. They do mean well. Just by looking at this card on its own, they do mean well. They do have love for you and emotions, and they want to move forward. They want to move to the next phase of their life. Okay. Oh, look at this. So we have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers on its own, it is a beautiful card. What is the lesson here? Do both of you have each other's back? It's a yes or no question. Can you answer that quickly now, Gemini? Do you have each other's back? Do you share common interests? So, just for now, I want you to just remove the challenges and think about, what are the things that you both like? What are the things that you both share in common? Which one weighs more, the positive or the negative? Because you can move past the lesson. The Lovers is almost telling you, you're there, you've passed it, you've made it. Just let it go, release it. Don't hold on to it anymore. I feel like almost like there is something that you're holding on to, Gemini, because you could be afraid of something happening again, history repeating itself. But there is something deeper here. There's something very beautiful. Gemini, you're not asking for a lot. All you want is you just want to share love with someone long term. That's it. That's all you're asking for. You're not asking for a lot. You're not. This card is just reminding you, though. Can you let go of what's happened? Because perhaps that's just a lesson. Just letting go. Moving on now. What else? What else? What else? Mhm. So what do we have here? We have beautiful. We have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands. So let's look at the Six of Wands for the moment. What's been hidden? There can be victory. This is a kind of victory. You can have it all. You can have that victory. But it's not Overnight success. This is what the card that wants you to know. It's not going to be like overnight success. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take a bit of hard work, but it's not impossible. I don't feel like this is over. You can definitely have that victory, but it will take a bit of work, Gemini. Four of Wands. What needs to be released? Anything that you're still holding on to, release it now. Just let it go now. Because the Four of Wands is a moment of peace, balance. If you and your person can release certain things that have happened in the past, behaviors, patterns, if we can release that, we get to the point, like it's a point of graduation. It's like, yes, we did it. We learned our lesson. We can move on now. We can now celebrate life and love. We can do that. It absolutely is possible. I love the Four of Wands because the Four of Wands is such a happy card. On its own, yes. hmm Here we have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of celebrations, wishes coming true. This is a beautiful, you've got the Ace of Cups. Now you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is, again, celebrations. We're having fun now. We're not, look at how you started, Gemini. And I need to make a huge, big deal about this. What a huge contrast from this to that. You can have it all, Gemini. I noticed that what the big thing here is just letting go. I feel that your person has already moved on. They've let go of all the karmic energy. I feel with you, Gemini, and I can sympathize with you. I feel like there is this fear of things going downhill again. Now, if things go downhill again, what do we do? Well, first of all, we handle it differently. If we keep doing the same thing over and over again, we get the same results. So we have to be prepared. If we see those little red flags, we've got to stop it in the moment. We need to speak up. But overall, Gemini, this situation between you and your person, it's not over. I feel like there was a karmic moment, but it was there almost like to test both of you, to learn something. And once the lesson has been learned, to move on to happiness, to move on to abundance, having fun, sharing love, socializing. Yes. So Gemini, what I'm going to do, I want, yeah, show me the Seven of Swords, please. Yeah, Page Swords. Yeah, see, it's a card of delays too. It's a challenging card sometimes, when we deliver challenging news. When I say delays, again, it's because we don't trust the situation. We don't want to move forward full steam ahead. And yes, the Page of Swords can also be the online card. So, we're checking up on our person. Are they following through? This, again, there's almost like there's a sense of a lack of trust here. And yes, the Page of Swords can also be news coming to you, Gemini. I feel like there will be certain things about your person that they may reveal to you. Kind of like just the dragonfly, it's not something big, something very challenging. No, I just feel like they're going to be very, very honest with you. They're going to say how they feel or whatever is, whatever concern they may have, they may tell you. Again, it's not big. I feel like almost like Gemini, don't make a molehill into a mountain. It's going to be just fine. If we look at the lovers also, well, tell me about the lovers, please. Yeah. So the hanged man, the hanged man is when the relationship is at a pause. You know, whenever the relationship is at a pause, this is the moment. This is the lesson where we need to stop and think about, okay, the relationship is at a pause. Why is that? What's causing that? Let's get to the root of the problem. How can we adapt? And it's not just you, Gemini, it's also your person. And I don't want you to think I'm singling you out. No, no, no. It's also your person. So, how can your person also adapt? How can your person sacrifice, change, and do things differently? By doing that, what do we get? We get the Six of Swords. We move on. We move on from feeling that when the relationship is not moving forward nor backwards. This is when we're feeling stuck, nothing is progressing. There's no progress here. However, though, with the Six of Swords, we move away from the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a time of reflection, but it's also surrendering to a lesson so it doesn't repeat. We gain insight. We gain something. We gain some sort of wisdom and knowledge. And with the Six of Swords, we move on. We can finally move on from turbulent times and into calmer waters, physically, mentally, and also spiritually. We move on from it. So this still needs to happen here. The karmic lesson between the both of you. It's almost like I need to remind you, Gemini, why do you love this person? And why does your person love you? What attracted both of you to come together, to be together, to connect together? There's a reason. Don't lose that reason because that's the spark. That's what's keeping you both together and keeping this connection alive here. So I feel, yeah, that's like the Six of Wands. Yeah, Six of Wands. I feel like almost Six of Wands is telling you, you can have it all, but yes, it's going to take a bit of work. What do we have here? King of Swords. King of Swords. This could be representing also you, Gemini, air sign. Could also be representing an Aquarius energy here. So what's the energy here? First of all, Gemini, as different to other tarot cards, there's no sword here. In fact, we've got this person here just looking. The mouth is closed. Listen. Listen before you speak. Think before you take action. Just really consider. Geminis, and look, Gemini, I can sympathize. I'm a Gemini. Sometimes we're very quick to react. I feel like here, there's going to be things revealed by a person. They're going to speak to you. Just listen. Because I almost feel like here we go towards victory because we're actually meeting our person in the middle now. Things are starting to change. So remember, the King of Swords. This also reminds us, you know what? Sometimes our emotions can make a situation bigger than what it is. So do yourself a favor, Gemini. Just look at it from a logical standpoint. Look at the reality. It's not as bad as you may think. And you can have victory too. I need to emphasize that word victory because that's what the Six of Wands does. Victory. Four of Wands, please. Tell me Four of Wands. What do we have? Yeah, the moon. See? This is what needs to be released with the moon. So the moon, illusion, confusion, the subconscious karmic fears resurfacing. So that needs to be released. Your fears, the ghosts that you see in your mind, Gemini, it needs to be released. It's, it's almost like we know we can have it all. We can have peace, abundance, but we're actually afraid of what can happen in the future. And this is the thing about the future. The cards are showing you the main energies, but this, everything always changes. And if we love this person and we're willing to take a chance and a risk to be with them long term, well, then you're on the right path, Gemini. But you can have it all. Absolutely. Let's look at the last card, the Nine of Cups. What do we have? Three of Wands. Excellent. So the Three of Wands, something big is coming your way. So I feel it's change, it's happiness, it's abundance. It's something that, well, it's been a long time coming. Remember the three? What does the three do? The three rolls over to the Four of Wands. So this is happiness. This is abundance. But, the 3 is going towards the 9 of cups. Things are finally settling down. That karmic energy, it's going away because we learned from it. But the big lesson here for you, Gemini, is to let it go. Here. If you don't let it go, you're going more towards the moon rather than the 4 of wands. Let it go. Look at the reality of the situation. It's not as bad as you may think. Look at it how a lawyer, a lawyer is usually the king of swords. It represents a lawyer. If I was doing something with career or money, the king of swords, as a lawyer, looks at it. What's the reality? What's the evidence? What's false? What's true? Look at it from that point of view. Release those fears because it's no longer serving you, Gemini. But overall, Gemini, fantastic reading. So thank you so much, Gemini, for joining me. Just a reminder for those who do wish to have a personal tarot reading with me, go to the description box. All the information is down there if you do wish to have a personal tarot reading. Gemini, power to you. Have an amazing week, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.